As you can see, I am in overflow right now from my greenhouse, and I am currently using my she shed as a growing area. And if you hear some noise outside, it is really windy. That might be why I'm a little disheveled looking right now as well. But we're still just going to jump right into the video, and today I want to talk about why your plants might not be producing. Have you ever had a plant grow like crazy? It's big, it's green, it looks great, and it looks healthy, but then you get zero vegetables from it, and you're standing there like, what the heck did I do wrong? Or maybe you're just starting a garden and you're realizing there's a lot more to this than you originally thought. Because the truth is that no one really explains some of this clearly. Plants just don't grow food automatically. There are actually 3 reasons why your plants might not be producing food. They're not flowering, they're not getting pollinated, or maybe they're just stressed out. And today we're going to be focusing on the first one, why your plants aren't even flowering, because if you don't have flowers, you're not going to be getting any food. So before you ever get tomatoes, before you ever get cucumbers, before you ever get your squash, you get flowers first, right? You'll go out to the garden one day and you'll see these little flowers popping up all over. They're usually yellow and they're little and they're cute, but then you're just kind of staring at your plants like, okay, but where's my food? And that flower is your future food. That tomato that you want starts out as a flower. Your cucumbers, your squash, all of it starts out as a flower. So if your plant's not producing flowers, physically, you cannot get food. So let's talk about a few reasons why this might happen, because this is where a lot of beginners get hung up. So the first one is that your plant's just too young. This is super common. Some plants just aren't ready yet. Tomatoes need time to mature. Peppers, sometimes they take even longer. So if you just planted them recently, they might not be there yet. And I know that's frustrating, but sometimes the answer really is just being patient. Number 2 is too much nitrogen. This might be one of the biggest mistakes that beginners make. If your plant is super green, has tons of leaves, is growing really fast, but you have absolutely no flowers, your nitrogen is probably a little bit too high. Nitrogen tells the plant, hey, grow leaves. Hey, let's get bigger, let's get lush, but it does not tell the plant to start producing fruit. So you're basically like, I'm thriving, but I'm not going to make any babies. And what you want is balance. Just because your plant matures, it needs time to shift from the growing phase, from growing all those leaves, to producing flowers and producing fruit. The third one is sunlight. Most food-producing plants need 6 to 8 hours of sunlight every day, and not like kind of sunny, I mean really sunny. And if they don't get that, they're going to struggle to flower, and then therefore they're going to struggle to fruit. So if your plants are growing but just kind of sitting there, sunlight might be an issue too. Number 4 is stress. This one can be a little bit sneaky. Plants that are stressed do not prioritize reproduction, which means they don't flower and therefore don't fruit. Stress can come from things like inconsistent watering, temperature swings, transplant shock, poor soil nutrients. Even if your plant looks okay, sometimes it might not actually be okay, and when that happens, flowering gets delayed or stops completely. And this is where a lot of people get discouraged, because from your perspective, you know, you're doing everything right, you planted it, you're watering it, it's growing, and you're like, okay, it's not doing what it's supposed to do, so that must mean I'm just bad at gardening, right? I clearly don't know what I'm doing, but it doesn't mean that you're bad at gardening. You just might be missing a few important steps that you don't quite understand yet. So let's talk about a few solutions to fix this. Adjust your fertilizer. If you've been feeding your plants, make sure it's not too high in nitrogen. You want something more balanced or something geared towards flowering. Number 2 is increase your sunlight if possible. So if you have your plants in containers, you can move them to a sunnier location, trim back, you know, anything that might be shading your plants, and definitely consider moving your garden next season. Number 3 is to be patient. And I know this isn't a real fun answer, but it's real for some of your plants. Sometimes they just need more time. Number 4 is going to be stabilizing your watering system. We don't want really dry and we don't want soaking wet. We want consistent moisture. That way the plant will feel stable enough to move into that flowering stage. And here's where things get interesting, because let's say your plant is flowering and you're like, cool, okay, I figured it out, but then the flowers fall off and you still don't get any food. And that's a completely different problem. And that has to do with pollination. If you've ever had a plant grow but not produce, tell me in the comments what it was. And if you're just getting started, don't overthink it. Start small and give yourself time to learn, because there's a lot more to this than people originally think. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. And in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly why those flowers fall off and how to fix it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.